If you guys have seen my latest video, you guys might have noticed a little something different. I got a tattoo, but it doesn't look like that anymore. What's good, y'all? It's your girl Lannah Babies. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. If you are new, stop what you're doing right now. Make sure you go hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and please make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you do like it. If you guys have seen my latest video, you guys might have noticed a little something different. I got a tattoo, but it doesn't look like that anymore. So this is the finished tattoo result. I got her shaded, and I also added her moon, which is a part of her headpiece, but I added the moon in between my boobs because I thought it would look cute with the placement of the tattoo. So in today's video, I'll basically just be talking about my tattoo experience, the pain, the meaning behind my tattoo, all of that good stuff. A lot of frequently asked questions on my Instagram. So after I got my first session, I posted a picture of me with that outline. I didn't have the moon yet, so it was just her body outlined, her wings, all of that stuff, and I posted that, and a lot of you guys were like, oh, you got a tattoo, wow, it's cute, da da da. A lot of you guys were asking like, oh, what's the meaning behind it? A lot of people like to compare this tattoo to Rihanna's, because Rihanna does have a similar tattoo. She does have the same person, but mine is different. I'll basically get into that in a little bit. A lot of you guys were talking about my tattoo, giving me compliments and stuff, and I told you guys that I was going to be going back for session 2 and asked if you guys want me to vlog it. So I did vlog a little bit of session 2 for you guys. So before I get into the nitty-gritty, you know, talking about the pain and all of that good stuff, I'm gonna just show you guys the vlog part of me going to get the tattoo. My camera died about halfway through, so I got about as much as I could. I'll answer questions about like how long in that afterwards, so enjoy this video. For session 2, we're gonna get her wings all shaded up, her body all shaded up, and I'm also adding a moon above her head.
Got a cough or anything, let me know. I'm trying to get that coronavirus. I'm just kidding. Alright, you ready?
That one was like, I could feel when he did the inside circle, because it's closer to my heart. So I'm just gonna go to my Instagram really quick and look at what the responses that you guys put. I asked you guys again this morning if there was any questions about my tattoo that you guys would like. So there's quite a bit. I'm pretty sure a lot of them are gonna be the same. So we're gonna go through these. A question that I get asked a lot is why I chose this tattoo and what is the meaning behind this tattoo. And a lot of people just assume that I got it to copy Rihanna, which is not the case at all. I find the Egyptian culture very interesting. I'm a Christian, but I also like to learn about other religions and their philosophies and the way that they think about things and like how they basically process life. I find the Egyptian culture really interesting because they have a god or a goddess for each individual thing in life. So it's almost as if, like, the way that I look at things is everything in life is a blessing. Like, just the way that my mind works, like, I just sit around and I look at the trees and I look at animals and I just look at the natural world, and that just blows my mind. Like, this stuff is really here, it's really thriving, like, it's so beautiful, and we get to look at this every single day. Like, honestly, life is a gift, like, life is beautiful, and that's just the way that I like to perceive things. So I think that for me personally, I relate to the Egyptian culture because they praise each individual gift in life as a god and a goddess, and they make sacrifices and they say thank you, and they show their love and appreciation for small things in life, such as like the sun. They have a god and a god for the sun. Even the smallest things in life, they look at it as something bigger, and they worship it and are very thankful and grateful for what they have, and I relate to that a lot myself. So the tattoo that I got is the goddess Isis, and basically the goddess Isis is like the role model woman. Like, she is the perfect woman, the perfect wife, the perfect mother, everything that one would aspire to be as a woman. Like, for me personally, I thought that it would be fitting to have this on my body as a reminder to be the role model woman, to do my best and make sure that I am not, to, like, honestly, it's just to remind myself to not be greedy, to be gentle, to be caring, to be loving, just to make sure that in the craziness of the outside world that I remain true to myself and stay a pure-hearted woman. Personally, when I look at myself, or the way that I would describe myself, I would say that I'm pretty mature for my age, and I try my hardest to be the best person that I can possibly be. So for me personally, this is kind of like a reminder to be the best person that I could possibly be. I decided to go back and add her moon at the last minute because placement wise, a lot of people like to compare my tattoo to Rihanna's tattoo, but Rihanna's tattoo is placed a lot higher. Her head is right here in the middle of her boobs on her sternum, and her wings are more curved to fit the shape of her boob. And I wasn't a super fan of like the curved wings, so I decided to get mine placed a little bit lower so her wings are more straight as opposed to curved. And I liked the placement of it, but I felt like it was just missing something, and I started looking up, like, was looking at her, because I was also deciding if I wanted to put color in my tattoo, because she actually has color in her wings. Her wings are red and blue in most pictures. A lot of them depict her as having like teal blue and red in her wings, and I was debating on if I wanted to add a color element to the tattoo or just keep it simple with the plain black and gray. And when I was looking at her, I noticed that I was looking up the actual Egyptian goddess Isis, and I noticed that she had a headpiece that was a crescent moon. It almost looks like horns, but it's a moon. And it was a headpiece, and most of the tattoos that I've seen don't incorporate her headpiece into their tattoo. And I was like, ooh, I think that would be a really cool idea. Like, I think I should add her headpiece to really, like, because it really is her, like, most people don't add that element, they take it away, and I feel like it's true to who she really is. The next question is, what made you want to get a tattoo? I've always wanted tattoos. I think that tattoos are a really cool thing because they are a way to display who you truly are. So I think that tattoos are cool because it's obviously, well, majority of the time, you have to really like something to want to put it on your body, so it helps you learn a person in a way. And I feel like it's really cool to be able to decorate your body with things that you love and that you're proud of and that you would want to display. I've always loved tattoos. I've always known I wanted to get one. I've actually been wanting to get this tattoo since I was 13, so I've had my mind set on this tattoo for 5 years, which also leads into another question. Will I ever regret getting this tattoo or tattoos in general? I would think not. I've wanted this tattoo for 5 years, so I was pretty set on it and knew that this is something that I would want, and now that I actually have it, I just love it that much more, and I'm so happy that I was finally able to get it. Somebody asked, did I have my tattoo picked, or was it something I thought of last minute? I kind of answered that question already. Like I said, I've been set on this tattoo for about 5 years. I've known that I wanted to get it, and I decided to get this as my first tattoo because this is probably one of the most painful tattoo locations, and I wanted to get the hard one knocked out first so that if, say, I got a tattoo on my forearm, it doesn't really hurt that bad. Like, that's a tolerable pain as opposed to on the sternum and on the ribs and on the stomach. So I thought that I should get the most painful one first, so then my next tattoos won't seem as bad as opposed to the other way around. Like, the first one doesn't really hurt and the second one is like, oh my god. So I didn't have anything to compare the pain of a tattoo to because I've never had a tattoo. So I thought that it would be the best if I got the most painful one first. The next question is, would you get other tats, or what other tats would you get? I have a bunch of tattoos planned or ideas already. I don't want to say all of them, but I want to get a piece on my thigh. It'll be red. That's all I'm going to say about it. I'm going to get a red piece on my thigh. That might be my second tattoo. I'm debating on if I want to get that one or the one that's going to be visible on my arm. I'm going to be getting butterflies right here. I want to get the Egyptian goddess Nefertiti and get her right here. I'll explain more. Once I get more tattoos, I'll explain the meaning behind them, but just for now, I'll just explain them. So I'll just tell you what I'm getting. So I want to get Nefertiti here. She's going to have some color in her. My butterflies are also going to have some color. I want to get some stuff like behind my ears and on my neck, like right here. Like not my neck, but like right here. And I want to get a back tattoo, but I'm not quite sure what I want to get yet. I want to get like flowers on my arm, but I'm not quite sure what I would get yet. So like I have ideas of where I would want, but I don't necessarily know what I would put there yet because a tattoo is a really big decision, and I want to make sure that I'm getting something because it's something that I really like and something that has meaning to me, and not just something that I impulsively pick, because then I could potentially regret the decision later on. The next question is, how bad did it hurt and how long did it take? So the first session, which was just the outline, I'll put a picture of what the outline looked like. That session hurt on the head, the body, like right here when it was on my stomach, and then the ribs part of the wings, like the outer ones and like the middle, because it was literally dragging across my ribs. That was a very uncomfortable feeling. I would say that the first session, the outlining, feels like someone's taking a needle and dragging it across your skin. It does definitely hurt more over the bone, but the first session, there was a couple of times where like I was making a noise like ooh or ee, like stuff like that, like over the ribs and the stomach, because that part hurt. But other than that, the way that I was able to control my pain was to breathe with him tattooing, and he picked up on my breathing, so we were kind of doing it together. So I would take a deep breath in and then I would breathe out, and when I was exhaling, I would exhale slow, like, and hold it as long as I could, and while I would breathe out, he would do the line or the part that he was doing. And that helped with the pain because I was focused more on controlling my breathing than I was the pain. But that only worked for the first session, because the second session, let me tell you, that shit hurt so bad. I was literally screaming, like about to start crying. Like I sounded like I was having a baby. Like I was screaming. It was the most painful thing I have ever felt in my whole life. Like, oh my gosh. No, okay, that's exaggerating. I won't say it's the most painful thing I've ever felt. Tattoos have their own feeling. That outline for the moon definitely hurt because he was digging across the bone, so that didn't feel good. But the shading on the moon was not bad. He shaded the head, wasn't bad. Started doing the arms and getting closer to the ribs, and I was like, oh shit. And pretty much everything, like all of the dark parts, like those parts underneath the wings are, I thought I was gonna die. These parts killed me, all of those dark, and then going and doing the shading right here on the end of the wings and stuff, that literally, oh my god, I could not. If my boyfriend wasn't there with me to like hold my hand, I don't think I would have been able to do it, because I was literally digging my nails into his hand and squeezing so hard because I was in so much pain. Like if I was by myself, oh god, that would have been even worse, because it went by fast, but it went by slow. I don't know. But that shading, because the shading is the darker part, he has to go over it over and over and over again, and then he has to blend the shading in, or blend the shading, and that is its own feeling in itself as well. But yeah, so this session 2, that hurt. I was really almost ready to just say, I'm done. We're not even just gonna finish it. But like, that's how I felt in my head. I was like, I don't even want to finish this. Oh my god, I still have like another hour to go. And I told myself, I was like, nope, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. And I was getting close to the end, and I was dying. I was like shaking, like tensing up, like screaming, grinding, like, ooh, like it was, oh my god, it was really bad. How long did it take? So session 2, I was there for about 2.5 hours, and in total it took about an hour and 45 minutes probably to do all of the shading and stuff. And session 1 was also about an hour and 30 minutes, and that was just for the outline of her and her wings. So in total, if I would have gotten it all in one session, which I would not have been able to do, because this pain is, oh my gosh, it literally, like, it vibrates your chest, so like vibrates your heart when it's on the ribs, and then when it's on the stomach, it like vibrates your stomach, and it feels like your stomach is getting stabbed. So it's like, imagine that for a very long time. So I think altogether it probably would have been maybe 3.5 hours if I would have gotten it all in one session. But I would not recommend getting a sternum tattoo all in one session, but that's honestly your personal preference. I think that getting it done in 2 sessions was better for me because of the pain. Somebody asked, is it the same as Rihanna? I pretty much already explained that already. It's similar, it's the same person, but the placement is different, and I added the moon to the top of her head. How much was it? So the price of a tattoo honestly depends on the artist, and you want to keep in mind that the more it costs you is probably the more likely the quality is going to be better. So my first session was $250 because it was just under 2 hours. So an hour and $150 an hour for 2 hours would be $300. It was just under 2 hours, so $250 was how much I paid for the first session, and then the second session as well was $250. So in total, my tattoo was $500, which is a lot of money, but quality wise, this tattoo is perfect. Like, there's no mistakes, there's no flaws. Like, the shading is gorgeous. The lines are so straight. Like, it honestly looks so good. Like, I have no complaints. So it was a bit more on the expensive side, also because it was a larger piece. So typically the bigger a tattoo is, the longer it's going to take. And also this one is relatively simple, but it still has detail, like the shading in her head and her headpiece, and then her body, the shading in her body, and all of that. The wings, that's a lot of detail because each individual wing and the shading for the wings. So the more detail will also extend the time of the tattoo, which will increase the price. But I did pay $500 for my tattoo. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much did it hurt? I would probably say the outline is a 7 out of 10 most of the time, but when it got to like the stomach and the ribs, I would probably say like an 8.5, a 9 out of 10, probably a 9 out of 10. But the shading up here wasn't bad. Her head and body wasn't terrible, but the dark underneath the wings and like the dark right there in the sides, that part, I was literally screaming and shaking, and I would definitely say that that's like a 9.5, 10. Like, it's pretty up there on the pain spectrum. But also keep in mind that this is one of the most painful tattoo locations, so I knew that it was gonna hurt going into the session. I just wasn't really prepared for it. But they say that's the most painful spot. It hurts really bad. It definitely hurts, but it's something that you can do. Like, it's in the moment hurt. So it's like, if you like this location, it's gonna hurt. You know that it's gonna hurt, but once it's done with, you don't ever have to feel that pain again. So that was one thing I tried to remember when I was getting it. Do I feel like I would ever regret getting this tattoo? I was a little skeptical about getting it because of the location. It's on my stomach, and in the future when I have children, your stomach stretches during pregnancy. So my tattoo is going to stretch out, and I'm not sure what the elasticity is of my skin and how pregnancy will affect my tattoo. Will it stretch it out? Will it be able to go back to how it was once it's done? Like, that was one thing that I was really, really nervous about. But a lot of people get stomach tattoos and get pregnant and have kids, and their tattoo looks the same afterwards. So it's honestly something that's a risk that you're gonna have to take. Or another solution is to wait to get it until after you have children, but that's doing too much. Another thing is when I'm old, like, how wrinkly am I gonna be? Like, yeah. But other than that, no, I don't think I'll regret it. Like I said, it's something that I've been stuck on for a while, so I don't think that I will regret it anytime soon. Do I like the shading? You like shading or outline? What hurt more? The outline definitely hurt less, but it's a different type of pain. Like I said, the outline is more of like a digging, like a straight scratch with something sharp. And the shading is more of like rubbing your skin with sandpaper, or like a really, like a sunburn, but like scratching a sunburn. That's what I would say that the shading feels like. So I definitely would say outline hurts less, but I recommend someone else getting a tattoo right there. Honestly, I think this location is really cute, and if you like tattoos that are here, something that you could show off in the summertime, I would recommend getting it there, because I feel like this tattoo is super cute, and personally it like boosts my confidence a little bit. Like, it's so cute. Like, I want to show it off. Like, I'm excited to show it off. Like, it's something that I think is really, really pretty, and something that I would like other people to be able to see. So I would recommend getting a tattoo here because I think that they're super cute, but keep in mind that it's going to hurt a lot, but the pain in the end will ultimately be worth it. How did my mom react? So my mom knew about me getting this tattoo beforehand. She actually paid for my first session, so the first $250 she paid. I paid for the other half. She told me that for my 18th birthday she would pay for my first tattoo because I wanted to get one a really long time ago, but she told me to wait until I was 18. So my mom knew that I was getting this tattoo. She was okay with it. She was just saying personally that it was really big and she was nervous about how much it would hurt, but she basically knows that, well, she's known that I've wanted this tattoo for a long time, so she was comfortable with me getting it because I'm the type of person, like, I don't make impulsive decisions. If I do something, I really thought about it, and, oh, well, okay, that was an exaggeration. Something as serious as this, I wouldn't do impulsively. Like, she wouldn't let me get it unless she was sure that it was something that I would 100% be okay with. She knew about me getting my tattoo. She wasn't mad. She went with me to the first session. She actually likes it a lot. She says it's really cool. She just goes, oh wow, it's so big, because she also has a couple of tattoos and hers are all pretty small or medium sized, and this one is a pretty large tattoo, so she just knows that it hurts pretty much. Does the price go up if your tattoo is big, or does that not matter? Honestly, it just depends on the tattoo artist you go to. Some tattoo artists charge by the size of the piece and some charge by the hour. So honestly, it just depends on who you decide to go to. Which part of the tattoo hurt the most? Like I said, on the outlining, the head and the ribs. And then for the shading, definitely the ribs. Alrighty guys, so I hope I answered all of your guys' questions. I pretty much tried to answer them as best as I could and explain them as well as I could. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what y'all think about the new tat. I want to know. I love it. Like, I don't really care if any of you guys don't like it, because at the end of the day, it's my body. And I chose to put it on here, and I love my decision to put it on my body. I love my tattoo. So, y'all don't like it, that's on you. Because I love it. And that's all that matters. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Which y'all should be, because what? I forgot to say, I got this tattoo 2 days ago. It's Friday and I got it done on Wednesday. So I will do a week, probably an update of a 1 week healing update. It's still fresh, so it hasn't started to like scab or peel yet. But, well, the scabs are there, but they're not like hard yet. But I haven't gotten to like the nasty part of the healing because I just got it done. So I'll probably do an update for you guys. Also, I do want to show you guys the one thing that sucks about this, like the healing process for me, is that a lot of, well, you should not wear tight clothing because the clothes will stick to the tattoo and it is not a good feeling. So loose clothing is the best. Or I've been wearing stuff like, I've been wearing bathing suit tops like around the house so that nothing's touching my tattoo. But at night, I do sleep on my stomach. So I put a old sheet over my bed, and I'm going to show you guys this really quick. I put an old sheet on my bed for when I sleep because I knew that my tattoo was going to transfer. I sleep on my stomach, and I made a transfer mark of my moon and then some of the ink from the wings. But this happened the first night of me having my tattoo, so some of the ink was still like, it wasn't really sticking to my skin. So I would definitely recommend changing your sheets. Other than that, all is well. It doesn't really hurt too bad right now. The first day it was really bad to like twist and turn my body like that because it was still really raw and tender. But today it's better. I've just been applying bag balm, which is basically, it's the skin protectant. It's pretty much the same thing as like Aquaphor, but it's just a different brand. So pretty much all I do, I'll show you guys, is I take it and just make sure that my whole tattoo gets coated. I put a rather thick layer, I guess you could say, because I want to make sure that all of my tattoo is covered, because this one is going to peel a lot, and I want to keep it as moisturized as I can to limit how much it peels and scabs. I'm trying to take the best care of it as I possibly can, but this tub is really big, so it should last me this whole tattoo. It's actually my boyfriend's from when he got his first tattoo a couple of months ago. He didn't finish using his. He got like a forearm piece, and it's like, his is pretty big, and he didn't use all of it, but mine, I don't know, we'll see how it goes, how much of it I use. I don't think that I'll finish that whole tub, but that's pretty much all I do, is just put that on there. Now it's all glossy and shiny, and just try to keep it as moisturized as possible, and that's pretty much it for the upkeep of it. Like I said, I'll give you guys a 1 week update, but that is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next one.